It's not our work. We have no power to make ourselves lovely before God. And therefore, if it's not our work, we can't do anything before and we can't do anything after to make God love us more, then that is an unconditional election. That's a choosing not based on how good you are now or how good you will be in the future. And that leads us to the L in TULIP, which stands for least favorite of the doctrines of grace. Not really. It stands for limited atonement, but the reality is, if people are going to have a problem with the doctrines of grace, it's going to land right here in the middle on limited atonement. There are many who call themselves 4-point Calvinists because of how much they dislike this one right here. How distasteful it is to them to hear something that within the atonement of Jesus Christ, there might be a limit to it. Now, Dad alluded to this last week, the Mennonite tradition that I grew up in, and I'm so grateful for the good and godly things that were poured into my life in that church. Now, hear that super clear. One of the things that they taught us was not to say bad words, like John Calvin. It's a dirty word. I was shocked. I was shocked, a little appalled, last week to hear my own father using such filthy and obscene language, the 4-letter words like election and predestination. What has happened? Now, I just want to hit pause here. I'm trying to lighten the mood on that because we live in a predominantly Anabaptist area here, and there is a predisposition against the doctrines of grace, which is, by the way, why we've called them the doctrines of grace and not the 5 points of Calvinism. Because if you start by saying these are the 5 points of Calvinism, half the church gets up and walks out. So they're like, I don't even know what it is, but I know I hate it. Right? Let me let you off the hook a little bit. As a pastor, I have zero desire for you to be a Calvinist. None at all. I have no desire for you to follow any man-made schemes.